Welcome to a perfect Sunday. I'm out here chilling in the chilly air, that is, looking for the good stuff. Out one of my old school hot spots, trying to find some old school paleo. Yeah, dang. Or a rock with a face in it, like I've found out here before. Some hammers, whatever. But let me pull this thing out of the pocket really quickly. Hold on. Something I found earlier. I haven't been really filming today. Not much. I'm trying to get this thing out. Because I was thinking about, like, giving up on this place since it's been like 7 months since I collected anything major. But last time I came out here, I collected a bunch of ice, a bunch of nice looking crystal rocks. But I think it rained pretty good up here on Thursday night, Thursday morning for a couple hours. Waters could have gotten high. I see some flow marks over there that look kind of fresh. They're still wet too. Yeah, but nothing yet. I just went through a monumental gravel bar up there, not too far up there, and didn't see a dang thing. Not even a hammer. Yeah, but I just found this thing right here. The only thing I really found. Another hard rock. Look at that. I know the laws did that. Nature themselves did that. I don't know if I should collect that or leave it. I don't know if they leave that out for us or not. I'm still trying to understand that within my studies. Always looking for these signs out here. I'm not talking about just the artifacts, I'm looking for the signs of activity that is created by them out here to try to figure out if it was made by the humans or not. One of the greatest things about this hobby of mine is looking for the differences, or looking for the things that can be either or. Because if a human didn't make this, then nature made that. But what does that look like? Looks like a heart. Been trying to spend a lot of time trying to figure that thing out for the longest time, really. Because after all these years of coming out and just finding the strangest things, the way they look, what they are, and the artifacts are just a side effect of the things that I've always noticed and picked up to study. I saw a perfect triangle. I can't keep them anymore, though. The cherubs out here told on me years ago. So-and-so's keeping all the triangles, taking all the triangles. I don't want them to tell on me again. I wonder if it counts. I wonder if it's bad if I pick up the triangles that are made of stuff the humans made, like the dishes and all. There is one right there. Are they going to tell on me? They're going to say, yeah. We're going to tell the Almighty that you're stealing all the triangles. Yeah, let me go ahead and keep on going. A little bit sore because of the adventure at the mountain yesterday. Wasn't really much of an adventure. This right here is not really much of an adventure. What's a real adventure is running from the cops. Something like that, something exciting. Sneaking in Six Flags or something like that. And riding the roller coasters backwards after they close down. And then having run from the cops. That's an adventure. Dang, that's a nice one. Looks like they're gradually building up this gravel bar right here for future references. Future historical recoveries. Not sure though. Gotta find it first. I mean, look at that. The creek flows right into it when it floods. Perfect little filter right here. Oh, dang, but never mind. It didn't get high enough. There's a log right there in the center that was here last month. And it's one of those real light, fragile ones that you can just like kick and it'll fall apart. which tells me that the waters did not get high. They probably only got about 1.5 feet higher out here, which means they weren't treacherous, which means they probably just washed it off. Huh. Oh well, let me just zip through here really quickly and figure out another place to go, because that is not good right there. You're going to say, but the Vinci could be a different log. Well, you have a point, you do. I'm looking. It's going to be a bunch of fakes today, ladies and gentlemen. I don't even know if it's worth filming today. There's a fake right there. Yeah, I can tell it's a fake because I can tell because of the thickness. It's got a curve on the side, which means it's fat. But look at this fake. That could be like a fake bird point. I don't know. I found them out here made of granite though. I have. That looks like the real deal. Should I just hold that in hand until I find the real stuff later? Let me go ahead and just plop it in the left pocket. The skinny one that I know if it falls out, it's not a big deal. Yeah, see, look at that. Fake, fake, fake. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Oh, boy. Oh, that's nice geometry right there. Hey, it's another perfect triangle. I know that's all I'm looking at the moment. That's all you're mostly going to find is objects of survival out here in this creek. You're only going to find like, okay, so I found a couple of hammers. I did, like some hand axes, that kind of thing. They're all like archaic though. Guilford hand axes, found one of those. And I found a couple of hammers out here. Real nice looking ones too. Nice museum quality pieces. But it's just going to be like the hardcore survival items. It's almost like you're never going to find and recover the pottery. Anything artistic out here, you're almost never going to find out here. But that's weird. I found about maybe in 3 or 4 years, I think I found a total of like 6 pieces of pottery. No designs on them. Nothing like that. So those are probably pretty recent. At least within the past 2,000 years. But everything else is like the hardcore survival tools and stuff like that, which is a great thing too. We're always looking for the museum quality pieces. But I mean, a long time ago, that tells you about the greatness, about the history out here. Is that when you find stuff like that, and not really the artistic things, it helps you realize that a long time ago, you're going to find the oldest pieces out here because they lived hardcore. Everything was all about survival. So the things that you're going to find are going to be ancient, but were only used for survival, and that's it. It's just the pottery is very stringent out here. Whatever I'm trying to say. Is that the modern stuff? Dang, might be the only piece I ever find today. Yeah, but as far as the history goes out here, I mean, I'm happy with it. I am. I'm happy that I'm able to find the ancient pieces, which is what I'm looking for, the oldest of the old. If I don't find it today, I need to say some prayers really quickly and just talk to them and say I'm going to keep coming out until I find it. Yeah, but that one piece that I found out here, that rock out here last time, yeah, one single rock that I found that had a face in it. That thing was like almost too good to be true, but the more I looked at it, you can see the work on it, and it's exactly like a side profile of probably what they looked like thousands of years ago. How come they don't do, selfies and all in rock? It's always a side profile. I don't get that though. Why is it always a side profile? It's because it's easier to chip away. I wish they can just tell me that answer. Why don't they make them like, you find a rock with a face on it. A full force face. FFF. Eyes, nose, facial features, even the smiley face on it. I know you see that black thing right there. It's nothing. Tile. think I picked that up last time. What the heck am I still looking over here for? I probably picked that rock up right there thinking it was something. But that right there, yeah, whatever. Maybe that is a different one. Oh, you know what? I'm thinking about something. Huh. Maybe that was the piece right there. But the piece I remember out here last time was like sitting on top. Let's hope there's going to be some major thing sitting on top. Like a lap dance. A lap dance or something like that. Yeah, sitting right on top. Careful, that's got a bottom to it. Oh, it's just a rock. This place right here is definitely always loaded with golf balls. You can always count on that. I told you that story one time when I came out here. I started coming out here after this neighborhood started being developed. And the owners of the land out here, the ones who own the land, who transferred it over, the lease of the land, to like 2 or 3 different developers out here. The ones that granted me permission to come on after they signed the lease. And dang, that's from last time, I think. But first time I came out here, just chilling, looking around, trying to prospect the place, just exploring, not really looking for artifacts, just wanted to come out and take a walk around and do cool things. That was it. And just coming across the cool looking rocks. Want to know what the heck they were. Then you know, a few of them were artifacts. Had no clue at all. And just coming out. And the only thing I usually try to collect was golf balls. That was it. Tried to collect the golf balls. And I came out here one time and had like 50 golf balls in a shirt. Had to take my shirt off. Hot summer day. Had to take my shirt off. And so what happened was, well, it's not the lightest piece. And I'm studying. But anyway, I was walking through the creek, and it just got finished storming, and the creek went up about maybe 3.5 feet. And I felt like Rambo walking through the place. And I was walking up through the creek, trying to duck under trees, trying to get out, as the water kept getting higher and higher. Going to say, but Vinci, you're dumb, hey. Why don't you just get up on the bank? Well, you can't climb out in some places. And plus, I had my shirt on. I had a shirt that had the 50 golf balls in it. And so I was like clinging to the side. There was some rocks hanging off on the side. And so I was like walking up on the side on the rocks. And I ran into one of those spider webs. Got the big spider on it. You know, not the dangerous ones, not the Joro spiders or anything like that. They were just like your regular garden spiders. And that thing started climbing on my arm, and I didn't have a shirt on. And that thing started climbing all over me, so I flipped out and I like dropped all the golf balls. Yeah, I tried to kind of brush off the spider by using my left hand, and thus, I dropped the shirt. I dropped one side of the shirt, and the golf balls just tumbled into the muddy, deep, fast-flowing water. What a waste of time. Yeah, but that was the first time I came out here, trying to make some grand discoveries. Boy, have they always come through for us. Let's pray it continues. They know I'm always going to keep coming back to try to find it. Hey, check out this game piece. I see something with major napping on it right there. But I already know what it is. Probably a piece of clay soil. Dang. Well, I'm looking at here because in some places like this, it's easy to see the good stuff. But let me kick that thing, and it's going to be just like nothing. Nothing wrong with trying, though. Yeah, it's just like sliding on top. I can see my scratch mark on it now. Yeah, dang it. Yeah, it's clay soils. Dang it. Oh well. Can't stand it when they do that, though. I mean, I don't mean that in the wrong way. It's just a game. That's it. Just a game. Yeah, I definitely quit collecting the golf balls though. I see them all the time, all over the place. In our, semi-electrifying adventures. Our chill sessions is what I really call them. I mean, there's one trapped over there. I used to get so excited when I came across the golf balls because I always liked taking them out to, places just like hammering them deep out in the woods with my aluminum baseball bat. But I'm not going to say I got bored with it. I do have a bucket full that needs to be played around with. But yeah, it's like, I kind of got bored with it because you're just like lobbing the ball into the air at a very slow rate of speed. And it all depends on how hard you swing is how hard it goes, how far it goes, which is always the same distance just about. There's no velocity to the pitch. It's like soft toss. Even soft toss with a golf ball, you can only hit it about 425 feet. So I decided to one of these days I'm going to get one of those little, what am I trying to say? I'm going to get one of those little portable pitching machines, battery operated, little tiny ones. The ones that pitch the little foam balls, but the foam balls I measured. The foam balls are almost exactly the same size as a golf ball. And I was going to get one of those. They're only about maybe $200, maybe $150. I'm not really sure. I can't remember. It's been like a year since I looked. And, dang, I really need to find something major today. We're due more than you could ever imagine out here. Yeah. But, so I thought about investing in one of those. But I was going to have to take it apart. That's a gamble right there. That's a risk. To purchase something brand new just to get it and take it apart. To Jimmy rig it into something else. And there's going to be all those warnings as, like, what am I trying to say? There's always going to be all those warnings that are going to specify, don't take it apart, avoid the warranty, blah, 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 risk of electric shock, all that kind of stuff. And always send back to manufacturer to get it serviced, blah, 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 blah. So I was going to take it apart once I got it. And I was going to put like some kind of medical tape, the white medical tape, or the blue tape, I was going to put around the wheels. So it'll give it a lot more thrust when the golf ball gets fed through. You talk about a different kind of experiment. And I wanted that to, see how fast it can throw the golf balls towards us. So we can really crank those things out. I haven't done that though. I haven't been to the batting cages to practice with the back. I can't really do that until I know the back is okay. Yeah. I know what you're thinking. You found many great things out here like this before. Could that be something? Nah. It could be. Possibly not. Yeah. Oh, boy. Beautiful. I can't believe I had that thing in Zoom the whole time last time I was talking. Crazy. Trying to tell you a Da Vinci style story. I cannot spend the entire day looking for stuff that doesn't exist out here. But why am I still out here looking then? Because I believe it's still out here. It's kind of difficult though because I gotta try to look at the screen at the same time I'm looking around. Because the screen does something with the contrast of the white out here. And some of the other things. Especially when it comes to the white. There's so many times that I've been doing this. And there might be a little bit of murkiness in the water. And I'll be trying to make my little videos and stuff like that for the viewers. for my TV station. And my TV channel, whatever you call it. And so I'll be sitting there studying and looking at the images and realizing that it's possible that I probably miss quite a bit to add to the museum piles when I'm doing this kind of thing. I think the images and everything else can stand out more on the camera at certain times. Even throughout the muddy water, you can see it. Something that the naked eye can't see. I don't know what it is though about that. That's weird. Yeah, they kind of got high, I can tell. Probably only about 1.5 feet. Probably not enough to displace anything out here, except a shard of metal. Dang. No paleo today. Yeah, but I had this idea one time, a while back, after I started watching the videos a little bit deeper, trying to see if I missed anything that was on camera, because that's all you're looking at is what the camera recorded. And that's what I was doing. I was just looking at the screen. That's what you call watching TV, that kind of thing. And I was staring at the screen. What was being recorded? Realizing that you can actually see in the water better with the camera. And I thought to myself, maybe it'll be a good idea if I try this. I haven't done it yet though. But I thought about bringing out the iPad. Not really recording, but having it on the camera setting. So you have a much bigger screen in front of your face. It'll be a weird kind of archaeology. Kind of like what do you call it? GPR. A different kind of GPR. A different kind of like searching. Where you just take this iPad, this large object, recording object. But it's not really recording, because I don't think you can do videos with it. I know you can take pictures though. But I thought about taking that and just scanning that location while looking at the giant screen. So I thought about that as an idea to try to see if it was going to help. Because so far, we definitely need the help to find it. I'm looking. I've had great luck in this gravel bar. Up until like 7 or 8 months ago, perfect place to find a lot of great things. Even the cool looking rocks. I mean, imagine me back in the colonial days or something like that. Imagine I would be the one who would be going out, instead of just looking for rocks of necessity, I would be looking for the most artistic rocks to add to the house. Like the foundation or whatever. Or add it around the yard to create some kind of cool looking homestead. I would be that one. I would overlook just the normal rocks and look for the better ones. Yeah. I tried to lift a few when I came across them though. I'm talking about the bigger ones that you would definitely use for a foundation. And so many different times I just realized how hard it was to lift a lot of things like that. Because my back is in terrible shape and it's getting worse. Because I'm getting older, I guess. I'm not a kid anymore. All the back problems in the past have now caught up with me and they're getting worse by the day. Even by just going to the gym. It takes I'm not going to say a day to recover. It just depends on the kind of workout that I do. And the grinding of the vertebrae and stuff back and forth with one another is really hurting me. And now it's getting to the point where my stomach's burning on the inside. Like digestion is really being hampered because of it, which is a huge issue. I don't know what to do about it though. You're going to say, but Vinci, you need to go to the doctor. You know I don't go to the doctor. It's almost like I'm not allowed to go to the doctor. All the things I've suffered in my life, whatever it is, even had broken bones. I only had to go to the doctor. I only brought myself to go to the doctor one time when I had a broken wrist. Had no choice in that. But there are so many other times that I broke something. I just kind of like, just shrugged it off. I just dealt with it. Broken fingers, broken toes, that kind of thing. Didn't even bother going to CVS to get a splint or anything like that. For whatever happened. But I made a small little investment the other day. I went ahead and gave in on good old Amazon and purchased one of those thingamabobs, spine stretcher things. What do you call that? I can't think of it right now. I'm looking at something really cool. It's just a cool looking rock. That's all it is. It's nothing big. It's not really anything. Can't be. Oh yeah, it's fragile. I could tell right there on how fragile that thing is. But I found I purchased one of those spine stretchers. You sit down and you lay down in it. I didn't want the inversion table because I can't see myself being held upside down for so long. As kids, you used to do that kind of thing. But my back is in such bad shape. I didn't want to take any chances on some kind of inversion table and then blood rushing to my head. You're going to say, but eventually it might make you smarter. Yeah, you can believe that if you want. But, so I got one of those things, you lay down in it, you put your feet in it, and then you got the arm things for underneath the armpits. And, you just start cranking it, and it just stretches you out. I kind of designed something for myself like that a long time ago. About 5 years ago, when I was having all these really bad back problems, I kind of already designed something like that for myself. And it didn't quite work. And, but I couldn't get one a long time ago. I didn't even think they sold them. So I went ahead and got one. It's going to be due to come on Tuesday or something like that. Tuesday or Wednesday. Which means I'll be laying in that thing, but I'm hoping that it's not going to do anything bad. I'm hoping it's not going to go backwards because my spinal injuries from the past, It's just something I got to try to stretch out the spine. I think that's what I'm missing. I think that's what I need to get the back in shape. And look at the time right now. We can have a perfect spring and summer and do some great things and maybe get back to running again and, walking around with no pain and not having to spend an entire week trying to repair the body. I don't know until I get it though. That's going to be a nervous time for me. I'm just going to have to start off slow. I'm definitely going to have to start off really, really, really slow. Yeah, I read the reviews on it. Like if you release you're going to say, did you take that? No, I'm not going to take that money yet. Even though it might be the only thing we ever find today. But, if you release that thing, if you release the latch, all the tension as it pulls you and stretches you out, like whatever you call it, doll, the stretchy doll. And, once you do that, it's a violent let go. And you see some of the injuries I had when I was a child. When I fell out of a tree and stuff like that. Fell on my behind and stuff. One of the chiropractors a long time ago said I got to be careful for the rest of my life because I could be paralyzed from the waist down. If I fall or something like that. If I fall and step on some ice, whatever, it could be anything. vehicle accident, anything can cause me to be paralyzed from the waist down. So I'm having to be careful. But the other parts of the spine, like working out and bodybuilding and stuff like that, I really haven't treated my body well. Really got myself into a pickle with that. I don't even know how I had even the time or the strength to even do that kind of stuff when I was younger. But I got to try something. But what if it worked? What if it didn't? What if I stretched out my spine, my lumbar spine, my thoracic spine, sacral? And what if I started doing that? And it pulled something out so bad that it went backwards. It made it 20 times worse. But the way my back is now, as bad as it is now, I always have to keep in mind, got to think that the fact that it can only get better, right? It can only get better. Let's hope that's going to be the case. I'm going to be nervous getting that thing for the first time. Hoping that I don't pull something so bad that it changes my life forever in a bad way. What the heck is the history at? You know what? I was just thinking about something a few minutes ago. You know how spiritual I am of a human being, not really religious. A tad bit of everything though, combined into one. That does not, result in religion. In the end, that is. But I just thought about something I've always believed in, about the balance of life. I told you that before, about the balance itself. I haven't collected a dang thing in this creek all day today, except a heart rock and a piece of shattered, colonial time, whatever, 1920s farming pottery, whatever it is. But no evidence of anything that we always like to recover out here. Nothing. And it's been for the longest time. That could be something. But it could be anything. It's too soft to be used as a tool. But you already know what I'm about to talk about right now. I just thought about this. I've been out here for an hour and 25 minutes, hour and a half. And I usually would find one or two by now. Did you just say didn't? Or did? Just heard something. But just think about this detail. I've told you this story before about the balance of life, on how everybody out here, everything out here knows more about you than you know about yourself. Your deepest desires, the things that you love, the things that you don't like, the things that you deal with, the things that you tolerate, the things that you despise, the things that, whatever, the things that make up your life as a whole. It's all captured right here. In many ways than one. It's held deep. So therefore, you don't have anything to worry about when you lose your mind. Because your soul is always kept deep out here. For later reference, that is. For reference. If you know what I mean. So I was sitting there thinking about this. The balance of my own life. All the things that I enjoy. But if they know that there's something that you really need, you have got to have, is a different kind of desire, a different kind of enjoyment. I gotta have my back straightened out in order for me to live a long, fulfilling life with no trouble. Let me see what this thing is right here. Oh, no, I had to put it's white. It's hiding. It's nothing. See, it's nothing. But what if that's something? What if that gift that we're looking for today has been transferred into the machine I'm getting? The table, the lay down thing with Bob, the back stretcher. What if it's going to be in that? What if I can think that if I roll out of here with nothing today, nothing at all of significance, not one single object, We might find one or two broken ones, but the most intact piece later on might be my back. You see? What if it's my back that they're working on? So if I don't collect the dang thing at all until much later, coming out, what if that's a sign? What if that's proof? What if that's just telling me that my back is going to work out? That it's going to work for us. Part of the treasure, the balance of life itself. Part of the treasure. They know what's best for you. They do. And they try to give you the signs on how it's going to work or not. So far, we haven't found anything. So I guess it's going to work. Because energy has been transferred into that detail of my own life. How exciting it is to have that kind of knowledge. It's weird though. It's almost as if I am required to keep going to find out that there's nothing out here. Maybe that's where I go wrong half the time. I gotta think about that though. If there's something that's more important, and just coming out and talking with them is a sign of prayer, a sign of talking to them about what we have to get done for the better. What if just coming out here in the waters of eternity, the lands of time, life itself, and just walking through it is what needs to be done to make it happen? Like, what if I were to leave right now? What if I were to get out of this place? Not knowing if there's history out here or not, completely, because I haven't completed the duties of walking through it, experiencing it, and finishing what needed to be done out here, as of today. You see what I'm saying? You just said you do. I heard that. So many different times I've gone out and just given up and got on out. And something that I needed so bad to happen, something that I desired, that was good or was going to do good, either it was involved health or whatever it was. Maybe the reason it didn't happen was because I didn't choose to keep going, to find the truth. I definitely got to keep that in mind for this year, maybe for now on the rest of my life. So I guess I'm required to keep going as long as I possibly can today to find out that there's nothing out here. Well, that's brand new right here. Never seen this. Don't know what it is. Cool. Looks like it could be part of a car. Don't know. Could be part of a machine. It's filled with rocks, weighed down. It's almost as if now I don't want to find anything. Something majorly historic, that is. I mean, we can always find the little small things like the crystals, whatever. That's a cool looking rock. Alright. But the major things that are missing, you're going to say, but Vinci, you're full of crap. It doesn't matter if you find anything or not. Your back probably will get better after using that back stretch or whatever it is. Regardless of what you find or not, there could be 1,000 things out here and you pick it up and your back is going to get better. But what if that's not the case? What if it's backwards? What if I just find one? What if I just find one out here Does that erase part of the equation? What if I find 17? Will it definitely erase the equation, period? And I just lost the main treasure. Almost afraid to look. Last major artifact I collected was right in here, looking in the waters for the first time. Pulled it out. Not really the size of my hand, it was just larger than normal. What a shame. I don't know if it's a real shame, knowing what I just got finished talking about. Hey, there's a cool looking border right there. It's nothing, I know. It just looks cool. Yeah, I don't know what the waters did though. There used to be a giant log sitting right here last time I came here. It's almost like you can never judge the laws of nature and what they do out here. I just saw the evidence that the waters probably didn't get that high. And then I see a giant log just completely wiped out, missing. Can't they just place a couple of large paleo spirit tips out here? Please be intact. But it's probably part of the job to figure out the truth and realize that it's not here. To realize that something else is better that's going to come. And it's something that I need to happen. There could be anything magical out here, really. It's weird though with the back. It is. On how bad it hurts. And it's causing the stomach and stuff to hurt. All that kind of stuff. All the nerves involved. But it's weird because if I touch it, if I put my hand back there, not even rub on it, but if I just put my hand on it, barely touch it, it feels better. That's what makes me all crazy about this situation. I can't keep my hand back there though, 24/7. But it definitely feels a whole lot better when I do that. You're going to say, Da Vinci, shut up and look. You might see 5. I'm trying to focus. I'm trying not to move either. I'm trying to see the edge sticking up. I'll let you know if I don't find anything. It's getting kind of cloudy. But I got good news. Never thought I'd say anything like this though. Great news. Nothing yet. Nothing at all. Didn't realize that was going to be great news, really. You're going to say you're not really looking. If I saw it, if it was here, I would have seen it. Because you know how good my eyes are. I definitely would have seen it. This is the spot to find it, though. It. Them. The little pieces. The historical items. This is the place to find them. Well, they could be intact. Like the last one I found out here. It was intact. Oops, my bad, little guy. You look like a spaceship. Crawdad. I have to let them know that I'm giving up my all. I'm giving every ounce of my effort to try to find it. But the thing is, I'm trying to make sure that there's nothing here. Because as I just got finished saying, if it's not here, it's going to be in the back stretcher. The spine, what do you call it? It starts with a D. Just purchased that thing. Yeah. Detension or whatever you call it. Should I even say what a shame? Or should I be happy that there's nothing here? Not a dang thing. Should I be happy about that? At least I did find something. I found that title I kept forgetting. Spinal decompression. That's the little thing that I got to decompress the spine. Unfortunately for us, I have to use that thing at least every day for about 10 to 15 minutes. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to get that in with my schedule, my work schedule. But in order to make it work, it's got to be done right. Is that a piece of pot? Or is it just a rock? Yeah, it's just a rock, huh? A lot of great things in here, though. You're going to say, Da Vinci, you should have found at least 7 by now. I know I'm looking, though. I'm looking hardcore with my soul. In my eyes. But the more that I find nothing, the more I realize that next weekend's going to be a different story. You're going to say, Da Vinci, you just found something. No, it's just that granite that's all crazy. Should I just collect this? I don't see any sun and napping on it, though. Let me go ahead and just take this as a study rock. Don't do a straight test on it. See, the thing is about this. You're going to say there's a flute in the middle, but it's not at the bottom. It's fluted. I don't know. Looks just like all these things, another broken rock. But this is why I don't want to collect it, though. What if it is? What if it is an archaic point, and we just subtract it from the equation? But if it was meant to be, it wouldn't be out here, right? I'm just trying to put a spiritual swing on this thing right here to try to give me hope that spinal decompression is definitely going to change my life. Well, not emptying out the bank account and taking away from life itself. Check out this rock I found. I know it's just a rock. I think I found it here before, I'm not sure. I just recognize it. So I saw that. That's been knocked off, maybe by just time itself. But it's also knocked off on the other side. Maybe it's just the flaking of the layers of the granite. It's that granite that layers over time, over history. But then I saw the front. It's got some impact marks, probably just rolling around the creek. I don't know. I think I'll just leave it out here. It's not going to go far as heavy as it is, but I could be surprised. Yeah. Good find. Probably just a rock. It's crazy. I mean, the more I go, the more I realize how lame this is starting to get. Well, because you know I'm looking to find it. Because I desire to find it. But because my own belief system, I'm desiring not to find it. It's almost like they're forcing me to look. I'll never forget that time I came out here like 5 years ago. I think one of the first 3 or 4 times I ever came out here looking for craziness out here. And just walking over a whole bunch of stuff, and someone on audio said, "Let's play. Let's play." It's almost like it's a game of life, really, to try to understand one's own life by just depending on nature. To try to find the truth within it. Dang, you know I'm looking hardcore for those archaic pieces. Early. And then some. The one thing that's getting me now about this whole location is this place is usually covered up in some kind of black moss. The stringy type. Never seen it this clear in about 5 or 6 months. Even this little log right here has never been here. That's kind of backed things up in a perfect location. As well as, because of the eddy, moving things out even further. Sifting through it. And I have not even gotten a chance to look in there yet. It's almost like it's teasing me out here in heaven. Nothing but a tease. But a perfect game. Let's play. Dang, look at that rock. But as you already know, I don't dig. So I'm probably missing. I probably missed at least 15 to 20 today. But I don't move things around, I don't. I just let my eyes do the looking. If I see it, I see it. If I don't, I don't. If it's 3 inches under, it's 3 inches under. If it's sitting right on top, it's sitting right on top. Just keep playing the game. Let's play. You found me. It's messed up because all this stuff is brand new. It's really soft. Every time I step on something that moves quite a bit, it hasn't had time to flatten down. So most of the stuff was pushed from another location. Not a dang thing. The best one out here in a long time. Nothing at all. I just picked up a couple pieces of plastic. That was it. Garbage. They're holding back for something. Nothing but a few triangles and some weird looking finger pointing rocks. Dang. Makes me confident that they're holding back for something special, I guess. Let's hope so. Dang. They made that look like a giant piece of chert. Not a dang thing. Crap. You heard me say it before. Let's hope they pay us back for that one. It just went like an hour and 9 minutes. Man. But I guess it's part of the game. I was thinking about that when I got over here. I was like, there should have been 8 in here. Should have been 8 leaned up. Maybe laying down flat if they're in the right spot. But if it's some kind of game, ow, and it has to do with life, maybe they're just trying to God us to realize that there's more important things in life, like life itself, and not a bunch of rocks. The rocks are just part of finding it, the truth. Nothing more important than life itself. Gotta realize that. Gotta keep realizing that within my adventures out here. When it doesn't go our way, there's got to be a different meaning, a deeper meaning. Nothing more important than life itself. And they know I can't come out to do this unless my back is straight. Can't keep coming back to do this. Can't walk long distances. Can't try to climb Stone Mountain 16 times in one day. Keep on going. Too good to be true. Yeah. Thankfully, still nothing. Never thought you'd hear me say that, right? beautiful. Things I found out here before. Absolutely incredible objects out here. What happened? One of my little perfect hotspots right here. Heck yeah. But the way the day has gone and what I'm hoping will develop in the next week, I highly doubt that there's going to be anything at all out here of historical significance. There's one big egg gravel ball right here and on the other side. And they has shoved things out of here. Man. If I do collect a couple in here, I'm going to cry. Dang, that's an olden piece right here. Cool. Dang, that's an olden piece right here. Cool. Dang, they're piling it up. Whatever's out here should be sitting right on top. Should have been pressed down and combed over. Look how low the sun is getting. I know it's still late February, just about. Still kind of late February. Boy. Times are changing. Nothing. Yet. I'm going to have to say it just for future reference. This is probably one of the best days I had out here. In a different way. Piece of plastic. Well, this is that world famous spot where I found that rock with the side profile on it. Carved into it. The only thing I recovered in the past 5 or 6 months. The last thing I recovered. One of a kind. But this goes down in history as one of the best days I've ever had out here. Because I'm finding nothing at all. I know you're laughing, saying, but Vinci, that makes no sense at all. You're always looking for the most ancient historical stuff. Send to the car. Guess I'll add that to the pocket. Probably trying to tell me I'm going to have a brand new car later. but I'd rather have an SUV than a car. Let me show you what else I collected off the grid. Check out that rock. Bam. Looks better on the other side though, look at that. And then this one right here. I'm looking at something right now, hold on. I just saw the light of it, hold on. I'm trying to show you something. Looks like a gingerbread man. Didn't light real quick, but there's something else I need to show you in the light, hold on. And I walked right over it. Look at that, the whole right side of the gingerbread man is missing. Is that a human figure? Made by humans? Can't believe I just missed this thing. Never would have seen it until I looked backwards. Maybe it was something I said. What do we have here? Been looking for you all day long. First one out here in months. Dang. Never seen this kind of material before. Beautiful. Small, kind of insignificant, ancient, most definitely. Looks like the colors in the vertebrae. That's definitely going to be the only one they allowed me to collect today. Keep on going. See if I can find more signs or lack thereof. Let me go ahead and add the card to the pocket. Maybe I'll leave this out here. Dang, look at the balance. Dang, look at the balance. Dang. But this thing, I don't think I'll take it. I know it looks like a vehicle. It does. It's got the two wheels right here. There's one and there's one on the front right there. But it's more torn up on the back. Looks like they were rear-ended like crazy. The only reason I don't want to collect it now is because of that. Looks like I better drive safely for the next few months. Last thing I need to have happen to us is to be rear-ended. Because I won't be able to open up the back to get the kayak out. Definitely don't want that to happen for the summer. That's the strange thing though, I don't know what to do. I don't know if I take it home. Will that cause it to happen? Or maybe the fact that I found it now and I leave it out here is going to cause it to happen. Just because I acknowledged it. Let me go ahead and leave it out here. Be very careful for the next few months, especially throughout the summer. Can't afford to be rear-ended with this back of mine. But this thing right here, there's something strange about this one little tiny location. About 10 square feet right here. I always find one piece of pottery. No matter how big or how small. There's always one here. Beautiful, look at that. Looks like I'm gonna have to spend the entire day out here. It's only about 4 o'clock. It's too late to go to another spot, but too early to get on out of here. I'm hoping to go to another spot today, but that's risking it. Really though. You're going to say, but Da Vinci already found an ancient point fully intact in a color and material you've never discovered out here. Another truth. What if that takes away from the hopes that I can get my back repaired with the spinal decompression bench? Dang, look at that balance. Pray that they can balance the back, though. That's what makes me worried about that point. Maybe it's just a token for just being out here playing the game, and they're still going to allow my back to be fixed. I'm hoping dang. That's what caused me to stumble there for a minute, because I just looked up. Dang, never seen this log here before, this tree. Dang, look at that quartz rock right there. Look at that. Whoa, hold on. Taking my little pictures. You're gonna say, but Vinci, I'll spend $30,000 for one of your pictures. Well, money's not that important. Life is. Heck, I'll even give them to you for free if you want. Nothing like keeping your own life going in a different way. I thought that was one right there. Nope. There's always been something about this though. Look at that, looks just like a brushstroke. The way the waters flow through here on top of the little itty bitty pieces of gravel. The little tiny rocks makes it look like a painting. Try not to step on that. Dang. That hurt, leaning over like that with the back. Makes me worried about that too. when it comes to the desires. Wonder if they count that against the balance of what I'm hoping that I'll receive gratefully this week when I lay down on that bench for the first time. A few pops in the back and pain disappearing. Wonder if that's part of it, since it's a desire of mine. The art within. Only time can tell though, right? Beautiful. Look at that. Like going to the beach in the wintertime. Man. But look at this rock I just found. One of the coolest ones I've ever recovered out here. Look at that thing. Looks like a letter opener. That's cool right there. I told you before that I turned a new leaf and I wasn't just going to start collecting random things out from heaven. Unless it was absolutely perfect. And not to overwhelm the studio. Man. Worn away with time. Added to the stash. But cooler than a rock is going to be some ancient ash from 3,208 years ago. Even has the wood still in it. Leave it out here. Dang, beautiful. What a good day indeed. Something about the earth. That's so sexy. Talk about sexy. Get a load of this little rock right here. Look at that. Definitely recoverable on this. Just for study purposes though. Display purposes. It's got one flat edge on it. And lines inside of it. Look at that thing right there. I know it's just compacted soil. You guys crazy. Dang, look at that. Da Vinci's mind is crazy. Yeah, in a very good way, but look at that. Beautiful day today though. So glad I can come out and enjoy this, even though it's a little bit cold. Gotta be careful though. Last few days of February. Getting down to the wire last week of February. Right up in here. It's amazing though, because next time I come out here, next time I make it out, it's going to be springtime. Most definitely. So excited about that. Changing seasons. Still looking for something. But I got to be careful the next few days anyway. Most definitely. Every single family member of mine in my immediate family has died in the month of February. Every last one of us. So I got to keep that in mind. Terminated. Make mama proud for real. She would love to have it. But there's no grave to drop it off at. Beautiful. About dang time I found one of these today. Hopefully it doesn't take away from the balance of what I'm expecting and hopeful for. Piece of pottery with a design on it shaped like a perfect triangle. Like I just got finished saying, let's hope it doesn't take away from the balance of what I'm hoping I can do with the spinal decompression device come Thursday. It's going to be like a day in heaven when I bring that thing home, put it together, lay it down in it, have the heart start pumping real hard, hoping for the best. I've read really great reviews on that thing though. Apparently from a few of them, a few people who have had major spinal issues for a good part of their life, even possibly more than mine, have had great luck with it. But my story is different. It's a lot different. They haven't had the injuries I've had, the near misses. That's what makes me scared about the whole thing. But I have to try something, right? One thing I don't want to come back to haunt me is that something happens, or a doctor or somebody says you should have seen a doctor first before you even tried it. But I already know who the true doctor is. The one living out here. How the heck am I going to get around this thing right here? Somewhat abstract. Think I'll add it to the pocket. Hopefully they don't mark it on the list as part of my desires for the day. I can't believe I'm going to come all the way over here for next to nothing at all. I don't even know if it's even worth it. Still plenty of daylight left, kind of. Kind of taking a risk. But it's like right there. But my back can't handle this much longer. That's what I'm worried about. At least I know for a fact it can't be cancer. Can't be. All the aches and pains within the intestinal region, all that kind of stuff. The gnawing pains due to the spinal issues and other things, that is. Can't be any kind of cancer. My appetite is through the roof, and I still can go to the gym for a long time. No lack of strength. Man, gotta keep going though, no matter what. That's exactly what I need right about now. Right there. Perfect balance. I've traveled to the extent of searching for the day, that is. It's about 5:18. No dinosaur bones, mastodon tusks. No families etched into a rock. No faces. Well, take that back. There's always faces out here. But I'm talking about faces in rocks that the humans have created, or the laws of nature. But nothing else but a bunch of game pieces, that's all. Game balls. Found one right here I'm about to collect. Beautiful. Clean it up. Clean off the dirt. Add it to the collection. Still has air in it. But that's going to be it. Now it's time to go backwards. Dang. Converse. Probably modern. I can tell because of the shoelaces. I'd say 1999. Maybe later. Probably 2013. Had a concept for sneakers one time. All the sneakers and shoes we always come out and find just thrown about in heaven, in all the heavenly spots. Had this concept one time I was going to start collecting a whole bunch of them. Just a little Da Vinci style architectural innovation concept for like concrete floors and stuff like that. A different kind of design where you take retro soles and you just leave the imprint in the concrete, and that was the texture. Old sneaker imprints from the olden days, as if that time still existed, or all those times still existed. Yeah, cool little idea. Added it to the book a long time ago. Let me go ahead and keep on going. If I don't see you again, I'll see you back at the studio. One of my lightest days ever. No reason to be mad. Let's go and empty it out first. One of the lightest days I've ever had. Going out to that one spot. We did manage to collect some kind of history though. Most definitely. Not really disappointing. Winding down the cold season before the daylight savings time hits, in which we have a few more hours to look around. Go to multiple places possibly. So many questions in this pile right here. You know what though? A lot of this is nothing but a bunch of signs for us. A bunch of signs for me and my adventures. What it leads us to. An understanding, that's it. That's all. It's getting better. Seems like there's nothing here, but there's a lot here, really. You'll have to excuse me because I'm just now seeing what I didn't see before during the daytime. Like this. I thought this was part of a mug or something like that, like a coffee mug. And as I was orienting things on the table, I just noticed it was part of a PVC pipe. And that was that purple, pink sealant stuff that they put on the ends of them to connect them, male and female. And that's what I noticed as I was setting it out. Thought this was part of a mug. Cool. Other pieces of the art, use them later. Why do you think I added them? For that purpose. See, there's the pink and purple stuff right there. Right at the joint. Where they overlap and connect. Yeah. Just art, that's all that is. Just art. Nice piece here. I don't know what to use this side or that side. Why do you think I always try to make it three-dimensional? To use all sides. And there's a flat edge on it too right there. So I can glue it to something else later. Yeah, I got a ball. I just thought it was cool. I'm going to clean it up. Still completely inflated. All the different colors. Got the pentagon. Yep. Beautiful objects right here. Proud to collect it. Probably nothing but a sign. Gotta look into that later. Always something about the geometries of it. Another pentagon. Huh. Wonder why. And this thing here. Bottom of some kind of dish. Wonder why it's warped on this side. Probably artistic. Could be one of those decorative coffee mugs or something like that. Yep, got the line on the bottom. I think that's what that is. Yeah. Greenbrier International. Royal Norfolk. Made in China. It's got like five different locations on it. That's cool. Different part of the treasure. Don't know why I collected it. I guess it's because of lion. Some kind of different symbolism. Cool. Add it to the pile later. Yeah. What is this? 1909? 1893. Don't know. Always looking out for that. This is probably 30 years younger than that. Contrast. Now I just picked up the garbage. I think I'll just hang on to this one right here. Because it's got the lines in it. I had a concept about this stuff though. What I'm trying to do is create this different kind of image. Overlapping these things. But just transparent enough. Where I fit it over the TV screen. And turn on the TV. And let the light, the colors of the TV as it changes during all the programs and stuff like that. And it, excuse my sinuses. And it manipulates the image itself with what exists in the background. You know, that's what my big idea is going to be for that kind of stuff right there. Cool. Got the grapes. Broken dish. Never found something like this before. Probably could find it at 1,000 different locations. if I look deeper. Gardening fence. I'm looking at it. The all-seeing eye is in there somewhere, most definitely. Just got to know how to see it. Piece of slate. Probably not an artifact, but I don't know though. Heck, I don't even know if that's a piece of slate though. Yeah. Then you got this layered rock. Some of this stuff I don't even know if I captured on camera or not. I just thought you might be interested enough to see it. One thing that caught my attention was a flat edge on it, on the bottom. And then how the lines just wrap around it. And then you have one single top. It's like being in the Grand Canyon. Part of it, which I've never been to before. Cool. Architectural. Looks like I'm going to have to invest in some JB Weld to make something nice when it comes to these architectural pieces right here. That's why I want my own land. That kind of thing. So I can showcase this. Large scale and small scale. Yeah, just like this one here. Man. The wear and tear of time itself has spoken within the piece. Like I told you during the video, it looks like a letter opener from 4,810 years ago. Still could be. Yeah, definitely add it. You got the normal routine stuff, pottery. Yeah, a few hundred years old. This one's got a design on it. Got that typical mark right there on it. The supports, where they had a stick to burn it. There's that line on the inside too. Right there. Study it later. Very nice indeed. No designs on the inside. Treasure's gone. Got another heart rock. Don't know what it is about these things either. I don't know why I'm able to see the heart rocks though. Look how it fits into the palm though. That's beautiful. It's like I can see it better like that. Beautiful object. It's almost like it's incomplete, but it is complete. Another one for the stash. Very lucky to come across these heart rocks, if that's what they really are. To me, they're heart rocks. Add them to the hand, indeed. Probably, I think, maybe the 6th or 7th one I was lucky to collect. And there's the box right there. Well, those are finger pointer rocks in there too. Not all of those are heart rocks. I think there's about 6 more in there. Yeah. Terminated crystal. And then, of course, the points of the day. That one's broken, but it's more than about 6,000 to 10,000 years old, maybe. That's going to be one right there. Little tiny granite one. Judging by its construction, it's definitely going to be one. Tiny one right here. If that was made by the hands and laws of nature, then we'll still collect it. You're going to say that's authentic. I am too. But this one.
perfect. Not even broken. What would you say? I know it's archaic, that's for sure. The age, I don't know. Archaic time spanned a large amount of time. Could it be a Dalton? Nah, not that far back, I don't think. Wonderful beginning to the evening, really. Hope you enjoyed a little adventure. I know it wasn't much. Forgot about these things. Got carried away with the talking like I always do. What the heck is that? That's definitely got to be something. Definitely got to be one. Could it be the most ancient one of the day, of the week? What do you think? Is that natural? But you know what my beliefs are with that. If it's natural, it's still priceless. Because they made it into a point. And you know who I'm talking about. But if the natives made it, then that's a different story. Yeah. Little anomalies, that's all. Looks like a gingerbread man right here. The whole left side is missing. Could be something because that one little mark. Like the arm folded forward. Cool. Another great collection. See you in the next video.